Conjunctions. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify conjunctions to connect phrases and clauses in the specified sentences. Apply relevant conjunctions to use idiomatic language for the given situation. Introduction to conjunctions. Sam is a college student and has a habit of reading newspaper every day. Reading newspaper helps him to improve his grammar and vocabulary. One fine day, while gazing the newspaper, he read an article about conjunctions. Sam started to think about it. He has so many doubts regarding it, so he searches the internet about conjunctions. He finds a website which was very interesting with voice interaction.
Hello, welcome to the grammar site. May I help you?
Yes, myself Sam. I want to know about conjunctions and its uses in sentences.
Okay, Sam, before moving on to the subject, just read these sentences. Do all these sentences convey a proper meaning? Don't you think something is missing in these sentences?
Yes, it sounds odd.
Yes, exactly because these sentences are not properly linked to convey an appropriate meaning. So, we use conjunctions to link the sentences. Conjunctions are words that link other words, phrases, or clauses together. Conjunctions allow you to form complex, elegant sentences and avoid the disjoining of multiple short sentences. Let's discuss it in detail.
Types of conjunctions.
There are different types of conjunctions. They are coordinating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, and conjunctive adverbs. Now, let us discuss these conjunctions in detail. First, let us learn about coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions are used to join independent clauses or elements like multiple nouns or phrases within a sentence. There are 7 coordinating conjunctions. They are for, and, nor, but, or, et, so. These are simply denoted as fanboys, an acronym. A dependent clause contains a subject and a verb, but by itself it is not a complete thought. On their own, dependent clauses cannot be punctuated with periods. In contrast, an independent clause contains a subject and a verb and is a complete thought. Independent clauses can be punctuated with periods and semicolons. For instance, let us look upon the following sentence. Because she worked hard, she was able to pass the exam. In this sentence, because she worked hard is a dependent clause as it did not convey us the complete meaning for the action. Whereas, she was able to pass the exam is an independent clause as it conveys a complete meaning for the action. When connecting two independent clauses, a coordinating conjunction is preceded by a comma. For example, Sam went to US, but Richard stayed home. When connecting two elements that are not independent clauses, a coordinating conjunction is used without comma. For example, Sam flew from India to US and then drove back. Next is the correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions work in pairs to show how parts of a sentence are related. They follow the same comma rules as dependent and independent clauses. Neither nor, not only but also, whether or, either or are some of the correlative conjunctions commonly used. Example, neither Tanya nor Erin went to Africa. In this, neither and nor are the correlative conjunctions. Next, we move on to subordinating conjunction. A subordinating conjunction placed at the beginning of an independent clause changes it into a dependent clause. Subordinating conjunctions shows the relation between each clause. After, although, because, if, since, though, that, when, where, whether, which, while, who, why, before, until are the subordinating conjunctions. Example: since he lost his money, he couldn't pay the taxi. Since he lost his money is the dependent clause. It is attached to the independent clause, he couldn't pay the taxi, with a comma. And the last one is the conjunctive adverbs. A conjunctive adverb is often used as a transition and placed at the beginning of one independent clause to show how it relates to the previous statement. It is almost always followed by a comma. Also, consequently, finally, furthermore, however, meanwhile, nevertheless, next, still, therefore, thus, and then are some of the conjunctive adverbs.
Now, let us identify the conjunctions to connect phrases and clauses in the sentences. The conjunction because links the sentence with the reason for the action. Example: Ria goes to the tennis club every day because she likes to play tennis. Either or is the correlative conjunction that specifies the alternatives. Example: we can either go to the cinema or to the beach. Unless denotes the condition to perform a task. Example: you cannot play cricket unless you finish the homework. In addition to is used to denote the extra qualities. Example: in addition to the French, she speaks German. Until is the conjunction used to denote time. Example: I will stay here until you come back. In order to is the conjunction denoting the purpose of the action. Example: we all need money in order to live a comfort life. Otherwise is the conjunction that specifies the result of the activity. Example: look at the map, please, otherwise you'll get lost. Now, let us apply relevant conjunctions to the sentences which I mentioned in the beginning.
I think now you can connect these words meaningfully. You can use the conjunction drop-down list to connect these words.
Yes, I can. Let me work on it. Are these correct?
Well done, Sam.
Conclusion.
Thus, I hope you have understood about the conjunctions and its uses in the sentences.
Thank you. It was a very useful session.
Summary. In this topic, you have learnt about the conjunctions, identification of conjunctions to connect phrases and clauses, application of relevant conjunctions,